My fondest memories were the food.
And the things I miss most about Scout Camp are the food, archery, swimming, fishing.
My favorite summer experience was when we climbed the rock wall.
I'm looking forward for this year for the food, the fishing merit badge, and the swimming merit badge.
And I cleared trails with Matt Toth and a bunch of other members from my crew.
And hanging out with friends.
And my favorite time at summer camp was first aid merit badge.
I was also looking forward to camping out with my friends and my brothers.
My favorite experience from the 2016 summer camp was when we went down the Susquehanna River.
Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, scouts and scouters, welcome to the 2021 Leatherstocking Council Camp Kickoff. This evening, we will hear from our Council Scout Executive, Camping and Outdoor Program Committee Chair, and Camp Director. We will be talking about Leatherstocking Council's plans for not only a very safe summer, but also a very exciting summer. Once we have heard from our Camp Kickoff presenters, we will briefly announce our upcoming Council Coffee fundraiser and then move to a live Q&A session to end this event. Without any further delay, here is our Leatherstocking Council Scout Executive, Ray Eschenbaugh.
Hello, Scouting family. I'm Ray Eschenbaugh, the Scout Executive of the Leatherstocking Council, Boy Scouts of America. I'm coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about summer camp. I know I'm looking forward to warmer weather and getting in the outdoors and going to camp this summer. So I hope you are getting that same excitement as hopefully the snowflakes will stop falling, the sun will come out, and the temperatures will warm up and we can get out into the great outdoors. I wanted to also let you know about some exciting news. By the time you see this, you may have already heard that exciting news came out of Albany that the governor is going to allow summer camps to open this summer. And so starting in June, we'll be able to open camp. There will be certain guidances and standards that we'll have to follow, and we'll keep you updated as those policies come out regarding maybe testing or screening or whatever we have to do prior to camp. But we'll continue to follow and monitor the situation there in Albany and make sure that we follow all the guidance and rules that come from the state. I also, on that note, wanted to talk to you a little bit about summer camp this summer. And I know as a parent myself, you may have concerns about the safety of your scouts, or maybe even if you're a volunteer, your own safety going to camp this summer with COVID still being out in our communities. And I just want to address that. We are going to make sure that we follow our standards of our local health departments, state health departments, our local county health departments, advice that we receive from the Center for Disease Control, and make sure and follow guidance that the Boy Scouts of America at the national level are giving us to make sure that we can mitigate the risk that come with the COVID and provide the safest environment possible for our scouts, for our volunteers, for our staff, for our community at large, because safety of everyone is our top priority, and we want to make sure that everyone has a great fun time, but we do it safely and we don't put anybody at risk. So we're going to make sure that we keep monitoring everything as we prepare for summer camp this summer. On another note, being, like I mentioned, a father of two scouts, I have two scouts that are working their way along the Trail to Eagle. They also have not been in school most of last year they weren't in school. They weren't in school most of this year. They're doing all their schooling online because that's the way our school district is, and I'm not sure about your school district. But kids need to get outdoors, and they need to socialize with their friends, and they need to have fun again. Kids are just, they need that experience. And for too long, I think our kids have been cooped up indoors, and we need to get them back into the great outdoors, and they need to be with their friends, and they need to have fun. So we need to make the world fun for our kids, and this is where I need your assistance. I need you to make a commitment that you're going to bring your troop to camp, that you're going to talk to the parents of the scouts in your unit and let them know and reassure them that we as a council are putting all the safety measures in place, and that camp is going to be fun, and kids are going to go out and earn merit badges and learn new skills that they're going to keep for their entire life. And we're going to help, grow on building their leadership skills and do all of this stuff in a very safe environment at one of our camps this summer. So we need your help, your assistance, and your commitment to make that happen. Speaking of commitments, it takes a lot of planning goes into organizing summer camp. We have to hire staff, we have to buy equipment, we have to buy supplies, we have to know how much food to buy. All these things come into play when planning for camp, and these are decisions we have to make several months out before we open the doors or open the gates of our camp. So we need to know from you, and hopefully you can make a commitment and commit your unit, your troop, your pack, to come to camp this summer. And by April 1st, let us know, put a deposit down that your troop is going to come to summer camp, and that, and I also wanted to reassure you that that's a refundable deposit. So if in the past we've had refundable deposits because of the uncertainty, we want to be able to make sure that we can reimburse your deposit if something happens, if we don't run summer camp program. One of those things that might happen is we don't have enough scouts attend camp to make it viable to run summer camp this summer. And if that happens, I can tell you that we are going to run alternative programs throughout the summer and make sure that our kids get outdoors and have the experiences. But I'd much rather have a summer camp experience, a full week-long summer camp experience. And to make that happen, we need all of our scouts to attend summer camp this summer. We've been closed down for this last year. We didn't operate summer camp. In this upcoming year, if we don't operate, I think it's going to be very hard for us to get camp running again in 2022. So let's make sure that we can open up this summer and make a commitment to be there. And like I told you before, we're going to do it very safely. One of the things that I wanted to make note of and touch on a little bit is I've attended many webinars talking about camping where people get to share their best practices. And a lot of councils throughout the country weren't shut down because of COVID. They had a very small epicenter in their area, I guess the best way to put it, and they were able to operate. And what they did is they operated in cohort groups, or what we call pods. So basically it was your troop would be together the entire week, rotate through camp as a troop. But what they did is a lot of the merit badge instruction was done in their campsite. So they got all that book work, let's call it, out of the way in their campsite. So when they actually got to go to the program area, they utilized the most of their time while they were in that program area. They got to spend more time shooting the shotguns or the 22s or bow and arrows, or spending time on the waterfront, learning swimming and rowing rowboats and kayaks and canoes, and learning all the skills that it takes for those merit badges. The more hands-on stuff they got to do in their program sites when they actually were there. So and that goes for all of our program areas. So and what we found is surveys that were taken from the troops that attended camp, and with the new model, they actually enjoyed camp more than they did the old model because they thought their scouts got a whole lot more out of the program with the new system. So that surprised me also. I'm sure that comes as a surprise to you. So I know we get used to things being the same, but things are going to be different, but maybe they become more fun, because we do things a little bit different. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you for your consistency of keeping our scouts involved throughout this year, whether it's been in person, it's been creative, it's been through Zoom, it's been through, whatever platform, but it's because of you, our volunteers, that have kept our scouting program alive. I say it over and over again, and I'll say it again today. Scouting doesn't happen at the National Boy Scouts level. It doesn't happen at the council level. It happens at the local level, and it happens in our local churches. It happens at our basements of our American Legions. It happens all over, and it happens in your community, and it happens only because of you. So thank you to all of our volunteers. Thank you for your dedication. You are truly making a difference in the lives of young people, one scout at a time. So thank you for your time. Hope to see you in the woods this summer.
Hi, I'm Mike Petipis. I'm the Camping and Outdoor Program Committee Chair here in the Leatherstocking Council. We're excited for the upcoming camping season at Henderson Scout Reservation. With the COVID situation and the public health situation, we're still working on exactly what the program is going to look like, and we know that we're going to have to take some special health and safety precautions, and we're working on those very carefully at the moment, and we'll get that information out to everyone as soon as we can. But we just want to get the word out that we're moving forward with camp. All the planning is moving forward 100%. We're excited for the new programs that we're going to bring. But the one thing we need from all of the units is we need you to reserve, make your reservation to come to camp. We need that by April 1st, and that's a little bit earlier than usual, and we're not asking for you to tell us exactly how many scouts you're going to bring with you at this point, but we do, at the minimum, need that unit reservation by April 1st so that we can move forward with planning, know how many people are in camp, because realistically we need 375 scouts in camp this summer, which would be a reduction from our previous numbers, which we expect may be the case. But we can't economically run camp if we don't hit that 375 number by April 1st. That's not a hard and fast number, but we need a sense from the troops, a realistic sense of how many scouts you're bringing, and get us that by April 1st so we can move forward with planning for camp. But otherwise, we're excited and moving forward. This is going to be a great summer at Henderson. And now I'm going to introduce our camp director for this year, Paul Vanderkrijk. He's a longtime camp staffer, been doing it for 30 years, previous seasons experience as a camp director, and I know he's going to do a great job. Thanks, and looking forward to seeing you at Henderson in 2021.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Vanderkrijk, and I am the camp director for Henderson Scout Reservation, and I'm really glad that you guys could join us tonight. I'm going to talk to you this evening on a few things that are going to be happening this summer and that we're really excited about. Tonight's program is going to highlight the summer program and how safe it's going to be and how exciting it is. I would like to start out with a few of our safety protocol for the arrival of camp. Each and every unit will have a scheduled arrival time to camp, and at that arrival time, what we're possibly looking into are temperature checks, going over medicals right in the parking lot before sending you to site. Just some of these protocols will be one way in which we are looking out for the health and safety of our scouts. The medical rechecks will be done, of course, by all health professionals, and we again are looking at having multiple health professionals on staff and on hand for the day of check-in. Visitors to camp will not be allowed past the parking lot during this procedure. So if any visitors do show up to camp, they cannot go into the sites. In order to deliver you the best program possible, we want to do it in a very safe environment. So coming directly out of your check-in process, we are going to bring you up to your campsites. Going into your campsites, you will find that you will have 3 counselors with you. Those counselors will be assigned to you for your entire stay. They are going to be your best friends and help you through the process of camp. These counselors will be specialized in areas of program, fun, and entertainment. They will help you through cooking, they will help you through transitioning, and they will also be there as merit badge counselors. These counselors will facilitate merit badges all day long in their respective fields. So for example, during your first session, you might have the opportunity to do mammal study, basketry, and wilderness survival all within your own campsite. Please remember, these are all a possible scenario for camp this year. We are not 100% sure that this is how camp is going to run, but we want to make sure that we are running camp in a safe environment. The counselors who are assigned to you will also stay within your unit sites all night long. Therefore, they will be available to help you do morning flags and evening flags within your site. They will also do evening program and help you cook. Cook, you say? What do you mean? Cooking in sight? Why, yes, you will now have the opportunity to do patrol cooking nightly within your camp. We also will be providing you a hot breakfast in the morning so that you don't have to wake up and do your own breakfast. And we will also be providing you with lunch. We have not taken out the idea of using the dining hall. It is still up in the air. One of the ideas that we are tossing around is that every night a different campsite would come down and enjoy a meal in the dining hall with staff. In this way, every unit or every campsite would enjoy a meal in the traditional manner that Camp Henderson is so wonderfully known for. Some of the other things that we are looking into is designated program areas and times. Your unit would safely mask up and then move to a program area, such as swimming, rifle and shotgun, archery, fishing, and even the trading post. Your unit or campsite would have that program area to yourselves and all of the staff in that area at your disposal. Let's take a look at that. So if you were to go to the waterfront, you would have our waterfront director and all of the waterfront director's lifeguards to do swimming merit badge, rowing, life-saving, canoeing, kayaking, all of these wonderful activities for you to do. After you finished in that area, your next area might be to rifle and shotgun. And again, you would go as one unit to that program area. Again, this is just one possibility and one scenario that we are looking into. These are just wonderful ideas in which we can maintain a safe and practical atmosphere while maintaining the camp experience. We are working hard to bring you the best possible situation. One of the things that I really wanted to talk to you about is exactly how campsites were going to work. Your camp directors in your sites or camp counselors are going to be experts in their fields and be able to bring you a plethora of different merit badges. You will have one who is an expert in nature, one who's an expert in handicraft, one who's an expert in scoutcraft. You will be able to work on so many different merit badges. This year, for the first time at Camp Henderson, we are really excited that we will not be using blue cards at camp. Now, I can already sense and I can feel it out there. It's coming through to me at this moment. There are people, yes, I see you right there. You are having that small, minute cardio infarction. Yes, it's okay. Yep, it is okay. Yes, we are not using blue cards. We will be using the Scout Book system to record all of your Scouts' advancement. How does this work? Actually, it's very simple. All of your Scouts will receive an invitation from one of our camp directors or their counselor. That counselor will then link with them through the Scout Book, and all of advancement will be put in automatically. As soon as they link up, they can add their advancement, and you will have it instantaneously. There will be no more lost blue cards and no more questions. We are really super excited to be using this new technology of Scout Book in camp. We were able to run a test of how well the Scout Book system worked during the 20 and 20. We were able to match counselors and scouts through the Scout Book system and with a 100% success rate. So during camp, we are hoping that we will have just as great success. Folks, I want to say thank you for letting me share just a glimpse into the possibilities of what camp may look like. And let me stress that this is just a possibility, just one small look at what camp might look like. Camp, I can tell you and guarantee you, will be exciting, will be refreshing, and will be the greatest opportunity that your scout has ever had. And this year, it will be even greater because last year we weren't able to run. So take a chance this year and get out and scout. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.
As promised, Leatherstocking Council will be launching its coffee fundraiser in the coming days to allow Scouts to fundraise for their exciting summer ahead. Be sure to keep an eye out in our Smoke Signals newsletter and any of our social media platforms for more information on how Scouts can participate.